Famcast Media, bitch.
Well, I have this strong feeling that KK Reaper and the Carnies of Chaos are going to get tired of me using their song in almost every one of their videos. Because it happened to Jesse Lee Peterson, and now it's happened again.
Let's go out there.
Good afternoon, demons and demonesses. I'm joining you guys with my daughter. She said she wanted to get in the video with me and wanted to sit in Daddy's lap, so here she is. Say hi, everybody. Say hi to everybody on YouTube and on Facebook. Now she wants to act all camera shy. Well, this crazy story popped up in my news feed. I think this happened, what was it, yesterday or maybe the day before? I'm not exactly sure when this incident had happened. But it's a crazy story coming out of Belgium involving a Hungarian politician known for his strong views against gay rights and whatnot. But let me just read you guys this story because, you know, it just hammers down the message that I keep having to say. So the headline of this article is, right-wing Hungarian MEP resigns for attending sex party that broke Belgian lockdown. Now, what this article doesn't mention is that this wasn't just any sex party. This was a gay sex party that involved over 20 men. So let's all get through and read this. A Hungarian MEP in Viktor Orbán's right-wing party spotted fleeing along a gutter to escape police raiding a sex party above a Brussels bar has apologized for breaching Belgium's lockdown rules. Jozsef Szajer, a member of the Fidesz party who helped write Hungary's constitution in 2011, was one of about 20 people, mainly men, including at least 2 EU diplomats, who attended a party near the Grand Place in Belgian capital's historical centre on Friday evening. Oh yeah, so this recently just happened. The MEP had attempted to escape the scene by climbing out of a window from the first-floor apartment before being spotted by a passerby fleeing along the gutter, according to Sarah Durant, a spokeswoman for the Brussels region's deputy public prosecutor. The man's hands were bloody, Durant said. It is possible that he may have been injured while fleeing. Narcotics were also found in his backpack. The man was unable to produce any identity documents. He was escorted to his place of residence, where he identified himself as SJ, 1961, by means of diplomatic passport. It was reported he tried to claim diplomatic immunity. In a statement, Szajer, 59, who resigned on Monday without mentioning his brush with the law, apologized for his irresponsible behavior but denied carrying drugs. He said a newspaper article appeared in the Belgian press today about a house party in Brussels on Friday, which I attended. After the police asked for my identity, since I did not have ID on me, I declared that I was an MEP. The police continued the process and finally issued an official verbal warning and transported me home. I did not use drugs. I offered to the police to take an instant test, but they did not do it. Police said an ecstasy pill was found. It's not mine. I don't know who placed it and how. I made a statement to the police about this. Szajer, who is married to Tund Hando, a prominent Hungarian lawyer and judge with whom he has a daughter, asked his family to forgive him in his statement. He wrote, "I deeply regret violating COVID restrictions. It was my responsibility on my part. I'm ready to pay the fine that occurs. With my resignation on Sunday, I drew the political and personal consequences. I apologize to my family, to my colleagues, to my voters. I ask them to evaluate my misstep against a background of 30 years of devoted hard work. The misstep is strictly personal. I am the one who owns responsibility for it." 2 other people, aged 43 and 33, claimed diplomatic immunity when discovered at the party, where many had been found wearing little or no clothes. According to local reports, a source told the DH Sports newspaper, "We interrupted a gangbang." Szajer has previously boasted that he personally drafted changes to Hungarian constitution that define marriage as being between a man and a woman. Steve Jobs will surely be happy when he gets word that Hungary's new constitution is being written on an iPad. Actually, my iPad, he wrote in a 2011 blog post. a year after Orban's government came to power. In the interviewing decade, Orban's government has made family values a centerpiece for its political program, frequently employing anti-LGBTQ rhetoric. Friday's illegal gathering staged on Rue des Pierres, a few yards from a police station, broke Belgium's rules limiting indoor gatherings to 4 people. Brussels is under a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, and all bars and restaurants have been ordered to shut down until mid-January. Masks must be worn indoors and outdoors in public spaces. Individuals found to have breached the regulations face a €250 fine, less than the daily stipend given to MEPs for attending Parliament. MEPs cannot be subject to any form of inquiry, detention, or legal proceedings because of opinions expressed or vote cast, but they do not have immunity when found committing a criminal act. Officials from Belgian Ministry of Foreign Affairs were said to have been called for guidance in early hours of the morning, and the mayor of Brussels, Philip Close, was informed. A source in the European Parliament said, "There is nothing wrong to participate in a sex party of any kind. However, such kinds of meetings with many people are illegal under coronavirus laws. The fact of being covered by parliamentary immunity does not exempt anyone from obeying the law." In her statement, the prosecutor's office spokeswoman said the MEP was being investigated over possession of narcotics. A police report was drawn up for non-compliance with measures relating to the COVID-19 pandemic for all those present, she said. A report was also drawn up for SJ violations of the narcotics legislation. The procedure is ongoing. Criminal proceedings could only be brought after the waiver of diplomatic or parliamentary immunity of the above-mentioned persons by the competent authorities. So basically what we have right here is another Ted Haggard situation, except instead of involving a pastor like Ted Haggard was, this is a politician. This guy literally spent his entire career, like since, fucking 2011, fighting against gay rights and all that other shit. And he's going into fucking bars and hotels, bending him, letting some guy bend him the fuck over on a bed. Now, I've read several other reports on this, and this isn't the only news article I read. Apparently, everyone's legs were up in the air. So we all really know what that means if you have your legs up in the fucking air. Don't we all? So this guy, oh man, it goes back to what I said before, and I will say it time and time again. The gayest people you'll ever meet in your entire life are homophobic. Like, this isn't a joke, this isn't an exaggeration. Literally, the gayest people you will meet in your entire life are homophobic. Why? It's because they're fighting and internalizing an external struggle. They're not happy with themselves. They can't, they're afraid to express themselves as to who they are. So what do? Oh, well, they have to pretend that there's something that they're fucking not. And, it's sad, but at the same time, it's just karma, karma's a fucking bitch. So this is like I really should be playing the song Carmageddon by fucking In Surreal, but I use that song a lot, and then again I also use Banging in the Lord's Backyard a lot too. So either way, maybe I should just overlap those two songs together. I don't even fucking know. Just play one song and then play the other one. But I swear, like, this will never cease to entertain me, seeing, a homophobic person finally get what's coming to them. Because who knows how many people this guy could have harmed. There's a lot of, LGBTQ youth, not just here in the United States, but I'm pretty sure worldwide that, have trouble coming out to their parents, coming out to their coworkers, coming out to their friends. And who knows how many people have, tried to harm themselves and things like that. And then you have this guy right here that feels that he could just do whatever the fuck he wants, have all these wild COVID sex parties. So, and to be honest with you, I don't know if this is a case of, simply just externalizing an internal struggle. It could be a case of narcissism. I mean, the fact that this guy was willing to risk all those other people at that party and risk bringing this COVID disease to his family and just so he can have like a moment of pleasure with all these different men. This is total narcissism. It's literally no different from that crazy lady that was throwing the wild party over in Chicago with 1,000 people in the house. I mean, my thing is this. I have no problem with parties or anything like that. Because I like going to parties, but we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Alright, and another thing, I seriously doubt any of these people were wearing masks, or I should say, maybe they were wearing masks, but not the type of masks you should be wearing during a pandemic, if you know what I mean. If you don't, my advice would be to Google like BDSM and see what type of masks that they use, but that's not the point here. Point of the matter is, this guy's a fucking hypocrite. The point of the matter is, he got what he fucking deserved, and he got exposed. He's on the line with fucking... I swear, 2020, it's a really fucked up year. We've had a lot of fucked up shit happen. But, you know, a lot of people are being exposed this year. We got Jesse Lee Peterson now. An update to that story, he did say that he was hacked and that it wasn't him. But we honestly don't really know that, because he does use his official podcast Twitter as his own personal Twitter. So it could, like I said, it could have been a staffer, but at the same time, it very well could have been him as well. So, who knows? Now, to all those people that are, you know, fighting this internal struggle, externalizing this internal struggle, I should say, my advice to you would be to just quit while you have the chance, because when you get exposed, it will hit you fucking hard. And people are, and when it comes, they will show no fucking mercy. You know, I mean, I could have like really dragged this guy all throughout the internet, but I'm literally trying my best to go easy on this guy. I mean, if you think I'm being tough, I guarantee you there's a lot of other Satanists that are saying a lot more crazy things than what I'm saying about this guy. You are done. You're gonna get hammered, you're gonna get dragged, and people are gonna clown you all throughout the internet. You might even become an internet meme. I mean, people still haven't forgotten. I mean, it's been weeks and people still haven't forgotten about the Jesse Lee Peterson thing. It's been years and people still remember Ted Haggard. It's been almost a decade and people still remember Pastor Eddie Long. But I think we all know that history repeats itself over and over and over again. So this won't be the last time we hear stories about this. It's going to happen again, and I'm probably going to be the first one to pounce on it and report on it. Well, I pretty much said all that needed to be said. Alright, you guys, I'm going to continue working on the project that I was working on. Trying to get prepared for, you know, the Humpcast and Famcast Halloween. Why am I saying Halloween? Fuck, I still got Halloween on my fucking mind. The holiday special. It'll be me, D Rotten, Dirty Sanchez, Johnny Riffs, Matt the Rats, Scribble, all of us on one podcast. So we're gonna see how that goes. But either way, you guys stay safe, stay metal, socially distance, hail Satan, and have a gay fucking day.
They're just curious for comment.